Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a beer, it's time for some Path of Exile discussion. 3.17 felt like it was just around the corner, but it turns out that corner's a little bit further away from us than we thought. So 3.17 has been delayed. The official announcement today is that they're going for a date in early February. Now, reading between the lines, this indicates that they had previously expected to release this on either the 21st of January or the 28th of January. They've realised they can't meet that deadline, and they're now going for either the 4th of February or the 11th of February instead. They're also not yet confident to lock down one of those dates. So presumably they're trying for the 4th of February at the moment, but they're willing to delay it to the 11th of February if they need to. At some point they will announce a firm date, and we'll have to find out when that is. So this means that there'll be more time to complete your goals in the Scourge League, even if you've been playing in all of the various December events as well. The other piece of news, though, that's interesting is that there's the first real official information about the experimental mode that they're currently calling hard mode. So this is something Chris Wilson discussed a couple of times on podcasts. And the original idea was that what would Path of Exile feel like if the numbers were tweaked so that, if numbers were tweaked in various boss encounters and the like, and also in itemization, item drop tables and the like, so that items are a lot scarcer, and so that players have to spend more time gearing up before doing various significant encounters in the game. And so this is something that, Chris Wilson said he had a bit of fun playing himself, and that I think will target a minority of players, but will be quite popular with that minority. Kind of like Solo Self-Found is at the moment. It's a harder rule set than the normal game, and certainly doesn't appeal to everyone. I'm not really a fan of Solo Self-Found myself, but it's something that some players really do love because it provides additional restrictions on what they can do, and that's something that they thrive on. So hard mode is something that was teased back in July and August, and we've heard absolutely nothing about since, but it looks like they were trying to have this launch with the start of 3.17, and it's now slated for some time after 3.17's launch. I'm actually, as a content creator, I'm really happy with these being staggered myself. I want to play hard mode because I think I'll find it more fun than the core league, but I also need to take league start seriously. And that's something that was a decision I was really dreading was, do I play hard mode, have more fun, but have the channel do worse? Or do I skip out on the start of hard mode and have less fun, but have the channel do better? That was a difficult decision that I was going to have to face. It looks like I'm not going to have to face that if hard mode comes out a little bit later. So I'm personally really wrapped with that delay. I want it to be a 4 or 5 weeks after the league comes out, but ultimately I think GGG will make that decision based upon their own internal resources rather than on the wishes of content creators like myself. We are a pretty small crew. So that is the first information we've had on hard mode in a long time. For those that didn't follow the podcast, hard mode is going to be a game mode where a number of various internal number dials are dialed differently. So item drops will be worse. You'll have reduced quantity, reduced rarity on your character. You'll have a lot less currency orbs. And as a result, you're going to have to fight a bit more in order to make progress through the game. There'll be a bunch of other changes as well. Possibly monsters will have more hit points. Player gems will do less. We'll have to find out all of that as we actually explore the mode when it becomes live. But I'm really looking forward to it. I think it'll be something that will provide a harder version of Path of Exile's core gameplay, but without some of the things I don't like about Solo Self-Found, where you can't play with other people, or Hardcore, where the difficulty sort of ramps up over time. And the consequences of death ramp up the longer that your character has been going. Hard mode instead won't have that, and so it won't have that inherent push to play conservatively that hardcore does. It will just instead test you in different ways. So yeah, looking forward to that a lot. Alternately though, in the interim, there's still going to be the Atlas Invasion event running for a few more days. This has been popular with a number of players. I really like the way that GGG put on polarizing events like this, where I think about 25% of people I've talked to that have played Atlas Invasion, it's been their favourite event. And then the other 75% have been like me. They just haven't really felt it. And I think it's better to have these events be something that someone loves and lots of people don't like, than to have something that everyone feels is mediocre. So I think they've done a good job with it, even though I haven't really enjoyed Atlas Invasion myself. I don't have high expectations of Endless Delirium personally. I don't think it'll be that much fun for me, so I'm probably going to sit it out, play a few other games on my to be played list, and just sort of keep finishing off things off in the Scourge League. But if you are looking forward to it, then definitely you want something that is fast clearing and also something that can do heavy bossing. You'll probably want to play something actually like Seismic Trap that can do serious damage against bosses in there, because you'll have to deal with map bosses under 75, 80, 90, or even 100% delirium. So that's basically it. There's also a couple of things in the expansion timeline, like just another plug for the supporter packs, including the Curse supporter pack. If you are interested in getting that, there is a link in the video down below to my Nexus store where you can buy that. Content creators get kickbacks from that specific one. So we don't get kickbacks from any of the other supporter packs, but we do from the Cursed supporter pack. So that's an option that you can have a look at if you're interested. But otherwise, I'm going to take a few days off Path of Exile, I think, or continue taking a few days off. I've gotten a little bit obsessed with a game called Dyson Sphere Program lately. And whilst I think that's going to be a play through once and never touch again game, it has been a lot of fun in the interim. So I'm going to be looking at that for the next few days. And then after that, probably come back refreshed for 3.17 in a month and a bit's time. That's all I got. May your Varlobs have interesting results.